counting down.
We're recording. It's exciting.
Yes. Very.
We're sogging.
We're sogging.
How do you sagaing?
You're sagaing.
We're sagaing. Sagaing. We're not sogging yet, though. We are going to do chapter 2 of Saga.
We
chapter
will.
1 was amazing. As
Promise.
you recall, our young friends had a baby.
A baby.
They were almost murdered.
Almost murdered.
They're wandering away. They found a map.
A map?
There was a bounty hunters coming to get them with weird unicorn lady.
Bounty hunters and a giant lion cat.
And then they found the war, and they don't know what to do. And then we were going to start chapter 2. And chapter 2 has weird spider hands on it, and I somehow think this is your fault.
It's my fault? Oh, Dan. You said you loved...
Or Travis just steals from Power Pack and Saga.
What? No.
Even though I know he wrote the original script that he submitted before Saga came out.
Yes, way before.
Just tell you how long comics take to get done.
A long
Travis
time.
wrote that workout for Power Pack a long, long time ago, and it eventually became Starlight.
It's comics. It's never, people are like, oh, that person's an overnight success. Nobody's an overnight success. They've been working in an industry or trying to work in an industry for years before things turn. And then when you finally get your book idea out into the world on paper and move it from paper to production, you're still a long ways out.
Well, we are just off coming back from SummerCon. This comes out a couple weeks later, so SummerCon happened like a month ago by the time this comes out, but
oh yeah,
we're on our way back, and we have some announcements coming out of SummerCon.
Yeah.
One, SummerCon sucks.
What? No, it was fantastic.
Roy Thomas didn't even show up on Friday, and they advertised him, didn't put any announcements up. They had a giant empty area in the artist area. They had Dev Madden sitting out in outside under a tent.
Yeah, in the
instead
heat,
of in the artist
so
area. They had in fact, our Dev and the other artists all got together and got him moved inside.
Good.
Just had a void. They had 2 rows of empty, two whole rows of just empty places where nobody was. It was absolutely ridiculous. The show is just it sucks because it's one of 2 shows here, in the area. I mean, well, 3 if you count Grit City, but I want to say 2, one of 2 big 3-day shows, right?
Yeah.
ECCC, Emerald City Comic Con, and you have SummerCon, which is closer to our house. It's convenient. It's nicer to go there. Well, easier to go there. Certainly,
easier.
The parking is free. They can't. At least the fair hasn't started charging for parking. I believe only because they just don't want to man the parking booths. I mean, that is the sole reason.
You jinxed it now, Dan. Next year, parking will start at
charging
$5.
eventually. The show was so infinitely just terribly disorganized that I come in the morning at 11:30, so you could start going in at 11. I go in at 11:30. I walk in with my ticket. I walk through security. I ask if they're going to scan my ticket. They were more concerned about checking my bags than anything. They said no. I walked around the whole day with no badge.
No badge.
Not one person checked anything at all. I mean, it's just a shit show there.
You couldn't have left and come back in. My experience going through the line was...
No, I could have left and come back in because they would have scanned my ticket for the first time.
That's true. They would have. Yeah, they would have. Yeah. No, my experience...
You got a full pat down.
I
had a big Beulah who wanted to, touch you in inappropriate places.
I had to go through the scanner 3 times. I had to have my bag checked. I had to empty pockets, show my legs, everything. It was an ordeal.
It's quite the art. And then, we go in and they, again, don't deliver what they promise, which, their biggest comic guest, not there. Just not there. No explanation, no sign, no reason. The other writers and artists that worked with the man didn't know why he wasn't there. They were concerned.
And
about
rightfully
Roy Thomas,
so.
Right? They're like, why isn't he here? And another person wasn't there too, just didn't come the entire first day. No reason, no sign, no explanation. Nothing. Zero. Nada. And it's just an unacceptable way to treat the people who pay for the tickets to come to your show.
And if that's what they're coming to the show for, it's frustrating and annoying to show up and to have that expectation with no explanation. Just, here you go. That's it. Sorry. Not even a sorry.
And then I wasn't there to see celebrities, but like Tara Strong was in a tent.
Yeah.
They put like several famous voice actors, and you met
Keiichi. So
who was in a tent.
In a tent. Yeah. I wanted to apologize to her, but then it's not my place that you are in this tent and, dressed as Velma and I'm sure very hot inside a tent in the heat. Yes.
It's and we weren't there to see celebrities. I think the saddest misstep on the celebrity side was that Demetrius Johnson was in the nice area, but should have been in the other hall with Artist Alley because he has a webcomic.
Yeah, with the comics people that he wants to hang out with. So.
Yeah, I was like, greatest pound for pound fighter in the history of the world. You don't know that, but I do.
I will, but
trust me. From Washington High School of all places, from
local guy,
freaking Parkland, from Piscataway. Local guy, best fighter in the history, best pound for pound fighter in the history of the world ever, and right there, and wanted to talk comics. Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul and I once saw him sneaking in the back edge of ECCC before COVID. Paul went up and said hi.
Yeah,
and ask him if he could say hello. It was really nice. He was just low key. And get, SummerCon, figure your shit out. You're big enough now. And then
more.
And then, well, we didn't go on Saturday, but if you wanted to see panels afterwards, some of the big panels, they were charging for those.
Oh my goodness.
And they had rides and games open, right? Like maybe that's your thing, but like you've got all these vendors come in, pay for a booth.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have carnival games compete with them that you're making the money off of.
And taking money out of their pockets potentially. That you've already charged them to be in this event. Yes. You've charged the vendors to be there. You have now diminished their returns for anything that they're hoping to get. It's kind of unsafe.
And maybe this is a commentary on all comic shows. I don't know. So if you tuned out because we're talking about SummerCon, just advance a couple of minutes. But it's terribly disappointing, the state of things. And we'll keep going on Friday. We're gonna go one day, and that's it. But we're not going to go any other days.
I will say it was sad to see or not see faces that you would have seen because of whatever reason they weren't there, but most likely.
Well, and I think some of the artists have figured it out. Like,
yeah,
I think Ron Randall's figured it out, like just not to go.
Yeah.
But then there's some others, there's some folks we loved seeing. One, we talked to Steve Englehart.
Yeah.
And because we were just talking about Millennium, I had this book signed on purpose because it themed with the show.
Yeah.
And some people know Steve Englehart for dropping acid and writing Doctor Strange in the 70s. However, we were talking about Millennium and his run on Green Lantern Corps. And actually, we went up. Nobody was there at his table, which is
empty.
The saddest thing ever to me. We go up. We have this super long we just ask him one question. End up having like a 35-minute conversation with him. He told us all about why he actually left DC. So we found out.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the lack of critical acclaim or success of Millennium, though he did agree with us that the compressed timeline on Millennium would have been very expensive for kids to buy the books.
Yeah, which was our problem.
Probably would have contributed to part of its lack of success. But apparently the New Guardians book we referenced, remember the New Guardian person that was running around with Booster Gold in the last issue?
Right.
Well, it turns out New Guardian series, he was supposed to get to have full editorial control, almost like an independent book.
Mhm.
He starts writing. He writes 2 issues, and they tell him no.
Yeah.
Well, he wrote 1 issue and plotted the 2nd issue, and they told him no. And one of their objections was a hero who was powered by cocaine. Which is
I mean,
fantastic.
it's their go-go powder.
Yeah, well, no, that's what
Yeah.
this cover is all
No,
about, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a fan. So he left and went and worked for other people. So where he'd have more control. So good for Steve. I mean, for
Yeah.
standing up for himself. But it was a fun story. And then we saw him later in the day. He got bored because nobody was going to the table, so he went for a walk and stopped to talk to us. And then I was all awkward because I didn't know what to do because it was a real human talking to me, and I was very confused.
And it was real life talk too. It wasn't comics. It wasn't anything else. He saw us. He gave us hey, you guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
And we just talked
I had no
for
idea what to do.
yeah. I mean, we were just talking about stuff, life in general stuff, just regular old people things.
Where to
And
go get beer and Puyallup, like,
yeah, it was just such a normal conversation.
Well, you will also recall that on one of our Christmas episodes, we covered the wonderful Lobo Paramilitary Christmas special.
Yes, we did.
And so I went and got Simon Bisley to sign my Lobo Paramilitary Christmas special. And he was also exceedingly nice, talked to us for not a half hour, like 20 minutes.
Yeah. With a
telling us
line of
stories.
people.
Line of people. He did not care.
He just kept signing their stuff
telling
and
us
just kept talking to us.
Yep. And we got to hear all about working with Keith Giffen and drawing Lobo and how they asked him to come back and draw Lobo for the new series. And that Tony Fleeks, Tony Fleeks is doing Deathstroke. Tony Fleeks does Stray Dogs and Feral. So I was excited to see what he did with Deathstroke. It is actually good. I'm trying to remember who's doing the new Lobo. I'm totally drawing a blank, but I guess they asked him if he wanted to come back and draw some covers and stuff, and then they started telling him how he could draw Lobo.
Okay, this is how you can draw
a Lobo.
character.
And he's like, yeah, I'll pass. I invented the whole art. He invented this. Keith Giffen did the original Lobo in Omega Men, but obviously this is the Lobo that everybody knows.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's the funny thing. We also visited a comic booth, and I actually bought a bunch of stuff after you. So I bought this while you were there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. However, you left. And I have something to show you. Actually, I have to go walk over and get it.
Oh
my!
my!
So you're gonna have to banter. But there were a couple things. For $10,
yeah,
I got the first issue of the Creeper and the second issue of the Creeper.
Oh wow!
The Ditko. This was the other Ditko book, so not Hawk and Dove, but this was the other '60s Ditko book.
That's cool.
In honor of our other podcasts, I got Avengers 118.
Oh.
With the Defenders coming through.
Nice.
In honor of Greg and Keith Giffen, rest in peace.
Oh, wow.
I got Ambush Bug's first appearance in DC Comic Presents.
Nice.
I don't think it was his first appearance, but it was his first appearance in DC Comic Presents. And I also got a Superboy book I had not gotten to own. And this was not $10, it was $4. So if anybody's reading, I did not pay $10 for this $1 book. I did pay $4 for this $1 book. But
inflation, man. Everything.
And then I got a bunch of my Secret Society of Supervillain fill-ins. So
very cool.
I was very excited. So I'm gonna go grab this. You can tell them about this vendor because he was interesting because he sold me these things, and then when I grabbed some other things, he's like, "Yeah, those aren't part of my sale." And I was like, "What?" I don't know. He seemed like an interesting dude.
That's the story. But I'll talk about some other stuff. That's the story about that.
Talk about some stuff. I'm gonna grab this thing here.
So overall, though, I mean, it was a pretty good show, despite some of the things that we may have not been happy about. There was also good stuff that happened too. So just walking around and seeing people that we do like to see and talk with them. It's also weird to be out from the shop and have people recognize me or say hi. if I don't know them very well. I saw a couple friends that I knew from the shop, and I was excited to see them in the real world, but also just like seeing people and, oh, hey, um, it's always interesting. And yes, I did see the one of the gentlemen who was to perform on Saturday, and then, or yes, on Saturday, on Friday, he's supposed to perform at the shop, and then did not come to the shop because, well, he went back to SummerCon. That's my assumption.
Oh, good.
Uh,
Oh, good.
Well,
Well,
though,
we saw Mark. I always say his last name wrong. Monologue.
oh, Monolix, yeah.
We saw Travis Bundy, who called us out and said we should be interviewing people at the podcast. So, Travis, I'm calling you out. Come on the podcast if you dare.
If you dare, Travis.
Pick a comic book you want to review, or pick a movie that's terrible that we can all review together.
That's a throwdown to you, Mr. Bundy.
Yeah, I'm calling you out from my basement outside of the public view where you can't hurt me, because he is pretty strong.
He is pretty jacked. He's
I feel small.
it's funny because you got Dan and Travis side by side, and they're both pretty built dudes, so it's kind of funny. It's like they both are wiggly with their muscles.
Well, we met Chris. I blank on his last name, from
Chris.
Spokane.
Oh, you mean Chad? Chad Shears?
Oh, Chad. Sorry, Chad.
I was like, Chris. Well, there was a Chris, but Chad Shears. Yeah.
We only see him once a year.
Only see him. Well, I mean, I had
You
the
see him more
potential.
often.
I had the potential to see him more. He's
Well, they
like,
want us to go to Lilac Comic Con.
yeah. Well, we'll have to go to Lilac City. Chad's been a friend for a few years now, and great artist, fantastic stuff. If you're familiar with Garbage Pail Kids or anything of that ilk, like wacky packages and stuff, you probably have seen his artwork out there in the wild. So he's really just fantastic. I buy shirts from him all the time because he always has something interesting and fun to pick up. And
When we saw Dev Madden, as we mentioned, who got moved inside, also draws cards, of course. Oh, and Chad was reading a copy of Weird War Stories that he went over and grabbed from the same vendor I was grabbing stuff from. And I was super excited by this because I'm like, well, and it's also exactly what he would read.
Exactly.
In my brain.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. We got to talk to Dev for a few minutes. After you left, I had like a 45-minute conversation with Chris Warner about what's going on at Dark Horse.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Not so good.
Yeah.
As we know. Apparently his giant robot that he designed is going into storage somewhere in LA too.
No.
At the store. Yeah.
Yeah. So the one that was down at their
at the store. Yeah.
At the one in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
So talked to Chris Warner for a long time. Let's see. I feel like, that's and then before we get to the big announcement, I found this, and
he's found the thing.
This is something that I'm going to let you take from me, and all you have to do is say, Dan, I'm taking that from you. In honor of Steve Gerber and Greg Smith, I found this tabloid.
Oh, Dan, I am taking that from you. Holy crap. That is awesome.
It has, yes, I bought this after you left. It has both the Defenders and Howard the Duck, because as you'll recall, Steve Gerber was writing both at the time.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing.
And this reprints Howard the Duck #1. So if you're not on the video, it's a tabloid. Sorry. If you're on audio, this is a Marvel Treasury edition tabloid from 1976 with a big Howard the Duck in the middle, flanked by the Defenders, including Doctor Strange and the Hulk.
It's so cool.
And Valkyrie and Nighthawk, right? Nighthawk.
That's yes, so cool.
So there you go. I'll throw that right back here for the rest of the podcast that you can stare at
and think about it. I need a bigger box. Yes, a bigger comic book box.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the imaginary people in the house.
Well, you could mount that and hang it right over your wallpaper there, right behind you in the
Yes,
game room.
yes. Yeah. Oh, I could. That would not fit into the game room.
Well, you do have to clear things with Anne about your
Yes.
theming of your rooms.
Yes, yes.
Maybe you need a comic book themed podcasting room
Oh my gosh.
just for podcasting.
Just for podcasting. Keep it away from the side of the house where the kids ride their motorcycles.
Yeah.
Thankfully, though, they've treated their regular motorcycles for electric motorcycles, so they're super quiet when they're riding, except for when you're trying to go down the street in a car, and all of a sudden, zing.
Or except when you thump over them.
No, they're screams.
So it is louder. Okay, so anyway, yeah, SummerCon. But last announcement out of SummerCon, we are coming up on our 200th episode since episode 247.
It's been a while, people. We and those of you who have been listening with us, this episode is for all of you.
Well, we waited patiently because I wanted to send a text message, and Greg said we should do it in person, and I wanted to send a text message, and Greg said we should do it in person, and I wanted to send a text message. Well, Spider-Man artist who helped create Carnage, Randy Emberlin, is going to be our special guest on episode 200.
It's going to make it awesome.
He is very nervous. About picking, not about being on the podcast, not about being on the podcast,
right.
But we asked him to pick a comic that he wants to read, and he's like, "Well, when I was a little kid, I read the DC stuff, but then I got all the Marvel stuff." He was telling us the whole story about how he got into comics, which is fantastic. He was at he just got given a whole bunch of the early Marvel stuff,
just to read.
And then became a Marvel fan forever. So it's probably going to be a Marvel book of some sort. I don't know what he's going to choose yet. But he's going to choose something. And that is also going to kick off. It won't be every week or anything like that. But, every few episodes, we're going to invite somebody on. Yeah. And they're going to pick a comic book and they're going to jump in here and we're going to talk to them.
That'd be cool. I hope he talks a little bit about Bill Smith and their early friendship and then continued stuff back and forth as they
he might do that. He might talk about Chris Warner.
Oh yeah, I know. It's
They're
such
friends.
I know it's such a small world with those guys too, and they all came up around the same time, but some of them knew each other from when they were younger, and pushed each other in their drawing and stuff. I mean, that's not my story to tell, but I've heard them talk about this over me while in the middle of the two at a table, and it was like, oh my gosh, you guys have been friends for so long. They're like, oh yeah.
And Randy's wife Judy just said he's allowed to come on the podcast as long as I don't use the Lord's name in vain. So she's okay with me swearing any other cuss words. So
any other cusses.
I said I would do my best. I said as long as we,
refrain.
I was kind of letting them know, like, if you are of a certain political persuasion, this might not be the best podcast for you. And they were fine with all of it. Just no taking the Lord's name in vain. That was the only request. So
that's a
Randy,
fair.
Judy, thank you. And yes. I will do my best, as they say, to not go down that road.
I'll keep this button and every time you start.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just.
Anytime I started a rant, we have a guest, which will probably not happen.
It's happened. It's happened.
Well, that's just if it's Travis.
Oh, he's not a guest.
Travis Webb, not Travis Bundy.
Yes, the Webb.
Well, Travis Webb has been a guest host. It's a little bit different.
Well, I mean, there's I guess. Yes.
And Palmer was also a guest host too. We've had guest hosts.
Yes.
But we have anyway. So we're excited, and we've spent 24 minutes talking about SummerCon.
Now we're going to get to
episode
the content.
200, which is actually episode 447. But we'll get there soon. We will get to the content. Oh, I'm going to knock Howard the Duck down. Sorry about that.
Knock Howard the Duck down.
Yeah, well, he's not.
He's devaluing it, people.
Yeah, it's already devalued.
Not in my heart, Dan. Not in my heart.
I'm going to have to lay him down. He's not going to. But
Hey, here's a question for you. Since you're talking about Howard the Duck, why does Howard the Duck have feathers on
I
his
don't know.
backside? You don't know?
To cover his ass?
Well, to cover his butt quack.
There you go. I expect nothing less. Well,
That's my dad joke
gosh.
for the day, people, and I'm not even a dad.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I just got a message from one Travis Webb. We invited him to hop in. I don't know. He says he's at work. So
I'm at work. Oh man, he's working late, folks.
we asked him to pop on to talk about Cyborg Parts from the Sky, a Nemesis story that's coming
Yes.
out on Kickstarter soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
He made an announcement that it might actually be coming out soon.
it is coming soon to a Kickstarter
And so-
near you.
Remember Cyborg Parts from the Sky?
Cyborg
Nemesis story.
Parts from the Sky, a Nemesis story. A story about a boy and his nemesis. No, a cyborg and his nemesis. That'd be
Yeah.
an interesting story. I guess
Well,
that is the story.
it's-
Oh my gosh, it is the story.
Yeah, I
The
wonder
title
if
says it all.
I wonder if I send him a message right now that says I announced.
Yeah, and it's like, but he doesn't. He's like freaking out because he's like,
Yeah.
can't go out now. It's not like, and you're like, it's the podcast isn't live. Travis, people
Yeah.
they're not going to get this for weeks, Travis. Weeks. You have so much time. And he will say, I don't have that much time, Dan. You don't understand. There's things I need to do in preparation. I've got to take my oatmeal bath. Which honestly is such a nice thing.
Oh, he said he might connect soon, so this will be interesting. We might interrupt Saga, but I just said, don't worry, I announced the new Kickstarter Cyborg Parts from the Sky, a Nemesis story. So
Yeah, okay, good.
we've taken care of that. Well, anyway, we'll put the link. We'll put the link just like we do every week.
Yes,
We'll put
every
the
week.
link's going to be right there, and then you can go there and you can click a button, and then when you click the button, it's going to let you know when stuff happens.
Hey, Dan, how long have we been putting the link out there for people for the Kickstarter? How long?
Many months.
What's going to happen when we don't have this to plug anymore?
When we don't have Cyborg Parts from the Sky, a Nemesis story to
I'm
plug,
going to be so sad.
well, we'll have the book you're writing for it to plug.
That's in the future, Dan. We don't want to talk about that. Or is it in the
that's just
past?
it. Or is it in the past? See, well, because you're writing a prequel.
Yes.
It's called Cyborg Parts Are Being Invented to Fall from the Sky, a Nemesis story.
There you go. Yes. That's how we get
Actually,
there.
I messed that up completely. It's called
What if-
Pre-Toasted Cyborg Parts,
He
a
toasted
Nemesis story.
So I was asking Big Change at the Retro Emporium, our new employee, as he was
Big
eating
Change
a bagel.
is the name of the new employee.
Well, yeah. Haven't you seen the post? Got a
Big
big
Change.
change. We got a big change
Is
coming.
that
He's
like
Big
Big
Change.
Sky? That was Tyler Main. He played Sabretooth. Big Sky, the wrestler.
Yeah. Big change.
WCW.
Yeah.
And he,
Yes. Big Sky, big change. Big guy. Anyways, he was eating a bagel and that he got over at the
you asked
bakery.
if it was pre-toasted.
And I asked if it's pre-toasted, and he goes, it's not. I didn't want it toasted, and they toasted it for me. And I was like, but could it be pre-toasted? And he goes, well, to answer your question, yes, because if I didn't want it toasted, but then I decided I did want it toasted, but then they toasted it, and it wasn't something I wanted. They pre-toasted the bagel before I got it. So
No,
therefore,
they didn't pre-toast the bagel. They toasted the bagel ahead
no,
of time.
they
and it was
pre-toasted the
toasted
bagel
again.
before. They pre-toasted the bagel
No, it wasn't
before he asked for it.
pre-toasted. It was
It
double
was-
toasted.
It was pre. They toasted it pre him saying he wanted the bagel toasted.
Okay, but toasting something before, so that doesn't even make sense. It was toasted and it was toasted again. It was double toasted.
Listeners, if you think that I'm correct in the pre-toasting of the bagel,
If you think he's correct, it's like the global warming debate. We can put people on Fox News and say global warming isn't happening and have a debate, but that's not real because it is happening. So
Well, I know
you
that
could
that's
vote for
happening.
Greg, but voting for Greg is irrelevant because it doesn't exist.
It happens, Dan. Pre-toasting happens. You're a pre-toast denier.
All right. You know what? Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. I bet you they eat pre-toasted bagels on Wreath.
Saga Chapter 2.
Yes.
We've got a cover, and there's a baby grabbing a spider hand, which freaks me the fuck out.
Spider hand. Who belongs to that spider hand?
Well, when you see who belongs to Spider Hand, it'll freak you out even more. So, anyway, we flip a page, and it looks like we have got a bunch of red kryptonite.
Oh man!
And a spaceship.
Yeah,
is that an asteroid or is that a moon?
I think it's a ship. I think it's a ship.
And somebody on there is saying, "Phone, call my agent."
Yeah.
This is kind of like Alexa. Call my agent. And by the way, I did that on purpose. If you're listening and you have an Alexa,
it'll do it.
Hey Google, call my agent.
Hey Siri, you got to get them all. It's like Pokemon. That's why I took all those things out of my house because I got tired of like music just randomly playing.
Okay, Google. Mine keeps responding now.
Oh God. Anyway, we see a ship.
Phone call.
You're getting a phone call?
No.
Oh,
the will. The will is here again.
Remember
the
will?
The will and the lion cat.
The lion cat, not the lion cat.
Wise.
You don't want to say it's a lion cat. It's a lying cat.
Isn't it?
But the lion cat is lying down.
That's true. Looks very.
So is it laying or lying?
It's like the lying dog is down here.
Yes.
And the agent picks up, and it is a seahorse sitting next to the ocean.
It makes sense.
Sure. And he's like, "Hey, your signal sucks. Where are you?" It's kind of like podcasting with you and your crappy internet.
Hey, my internet is great. It's the computer is.
Yeah, your internet is Comcastic.
It is Comcastic. No, it's Xfinity. It's Xtastic. I don't know. Whatever they're.
Comcastic. Comcastic works better. Changing it to Xfinity was stupid because it's a dumb name.
It is a dumb name.
But when your brand is so terrible, you have to change to a stupid ass name like Xfinity, and you change it to Xfinity. Didn't they do that in the 2000s? Weren't we past the XXX stream movement?
I think so.
They went to Xfinity.
But
what does Xfinity even mean? Like, that is the dumbest fucking shit. By the way, do you know they're now advertising that they are fiber because they're a cable line? So they're advertising that so somehow, somehow they are getting away with this marketing campaign advertising that they're fiber. So they just say they're fiber, confusing everybody who thinks they're actually fiber optic, right? Where my upstream and downstream is the same. And cable wire is incapable of doing that.
Well, you're fortunate and lucky, and you have that option. We haven't had that option, and probably won't quite have that option for like another year in my area. So I say in my area, not in my town. The town is getting it, but my area, it's slow. It's just how it goes out here with things and stuff, but we like it that way. It lets you reflect on better things.
Yeah.
Dan's like, whatever. He's typing away like a madman.
Yeah, I'm messaging Travis. No, I am listening to you. Travis is trying to log into the script room from his Android.
Oh my gosh,
that's gonna be a fail.
It's gonna be interesting when he pops on. What will happen then?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if my connection today.
If you think my connection is bad.
Well, his signal sucks too. So, yeah. Well, anyway, the will is like the client was paranoid about secrecy, but the assignment sounds boilerplate. Lance a couple of star-crossed dumb shits, grab their unlucky brat, etc.
Yeah, typical job.
And yeah, and the agent's like, the Wreath job. So who were the Wreath again?
The Wreath. That's the mud hole planet, the mud ball planet.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
No. It's the. I thought that's. Oh, I'm sorry. I got them confused. The Wreath Job is the horned people with horns.
And
The
where they
magical
come from
horned
where?
people. Yes?
From where?
Cleve?
No.
Well, he's from Cleve. No, Cleve is where they're at. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so confused.
Yes.
You've confused anything. Here, I need to go
Yeah.
backwards. Hang
It's
on.
pre-toasted.
All right. Do we have a map somewhere?
No.
Can we get a map
there's
at some point?
No, there's no map, Dan. No map. You get a
Yeah,
map.
no, there's
you
a
get
map in issue 1.
to the rocket
Going
ship
back.
forest with everything else, and that's on.
No, that was the map to the lollipop forest, yeah, and the
Yeah.
molasses swamp. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that, but we had a page that
He's-
explained like the planets, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Landfall. That's the
Landfall.
big planet.
That's
Wreath
where
is the moon.
Yeah, and the Wreath is the people with the horns. It's the moon horn
Correct.
people.
It's the moon that goes
Yes.
around landfall, and then
Oh,
yes, you're correct.
I'm sorry.
The Mudball planet is Cleve. Yes.
Yes. So I was right, but I was wrong, everyone. I didn't call it a moon. That's no moon, Dan. That's like saying Pluto ain't a planet, Dan.
Yep.
Pluto
All right. I
is a
think we
dog.
squared Travis away. He's not going to be able to join us today. I know everybody's going to be disappointed.
I'm disappointed. Everyone else should be disappointed. I was really hoping to talk to Travis on this crazy thing that we do.
Well, no, I meant, yeah, I was being sincere that they'd be disappointed. They don't have to hear us. So,
I know. Oh, yeah. As we just start talking about the moon.
We flipped the page, and they said they warned him that this would be a bake-off.
Bake-Off, like the Greatest
like,
American Bake. The greatest American Bake Off.
Is that the Great British Baking
Great
Show? Or?
British Baking Show, yes, where they bake things.
It is so weird to me that the like host of that show, right, spent an entire sitcom hiding in the closet.
Oh, yeah. And now?
And then he's the host of a
baking show.
It's just so weird.
It makes sense, kind of. not it's the progression, right?
Sure.
You're like, no.
It's sure. Makes total sense.
Well,
we are not going through, we are delaying this wonderful comic. And usually we only delay comics that are terrible, but this comic is actually quite good.
It's a beautiful comic. Like, I mean, the characters look really good. The way that it's drawn, the colors and stuff like that are chosen, it's fantastic.
But we can summarize that apparently there's a person named the Stalk that is also trying to kill them.
Stalk.
And then also that Prince, remember the guy from last time? Prince Robot.
Or Prince Robot.
He's trying to kill them.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people going after him. It's like the Blues Brothers.
I don't know why they want to kill these folks so bad.
Well, they said because they had a forbidden love and had a child, and they don't want people to realize that the two sides can fall in love and make a baby and get along. Yes, it would cause
that would ruin all their profit.
Yes, their profit.
Right, because they are. Yeah, that was what was explained. Basically, the entire war now is for the sheer profit of doing war.
And they do war not in their own place because they don't want to get that messed up. They do it in other places and let those people fight it out. Choose a side.
Right, Wreath and Landfall are fine.
Mm-hmm. They even said they got along before until the war started.
Right, it's like they send them off to a faraway land like the Strait of something or something.
Yeah.
And then they have them fight.
Typical.
Yep. So.
Yep. Are you still messaging Travis?
Yep. I just did a TTYT.
Oh, okay. TTYT, everybody. Oh no, not you, not you all. To
no, you're still here.
We
flipped the page, and Marko and Alana are like wrapped up in plants. This looks bad. Poison Ivy clearly just showed up, and
it's a pretty dastardly looking situation. They're dire. They got vines around them. It's bad.
Skillful though, with the vines holding her arm and stuff. Wait. We have spiders and vines. We have spiders
Yeah.
on the cover, spider hand,
Hmm.
and we have vine.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Spider vine, spider vine.
What? No. What? It's your book.
No. Oh, Travis, Dan, don't even go there.
Hmm. I see. Now I know where they got the names for everything.
Oh
So,
no.
and actually,
Get out
well,
of
we get
here with your
our narrators
bullshit.
back. Actually, against all odds, I've been alive for 3 whole days. My family's quest for Cleve's mythical rocket ship forest had sent us doubling back into an all too real endless woods. And they're getting really upset with each other because we've got this pacifist who doesn't want to use his sword anymore, and Alana wants Marko to use the sword.
He
I'm
won't.
getting names right, I hope.
Marko and Alana. Yeah.
And apparently the narrator's like, Dad has been awake for 65 of the last 72 hours since I was born. And her mom has been awake all of them. So they're probably not thinking very clearly at the moment.
No. Probably not.
And now they're in a big fight over stuff. And then he casts a spell. He says,
Cast a
Velki.
spell.
I don't know what that means. Do we need to translate that again?
I mean, if you want to, there's going to be more translations later.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, I definitely didn't translate them all when I was reading it. I did not. And I'm being sincere. I was reading because it was an interesting story, so I was just reading.
You don't need to translate it. That's the thing, though. It's magical words. It's just
Well,
thing.
I put Velki in Google Translate and it said Polish detected.
Okay.
Which I don't think it's supposed to be Polish. So
Okay.
it says, but apparently that is the word for large in Polish. So
oh, Velki.
Yeah, that's it's Spanish to English translate. It's apparently Slovakian. So there we go. I don't know how large fits there, but the vines all disappear magically. They look like they've been cut up.
Put that other word that he used.
What other word?
The one at the bottom panel.
Uff?
Yeah, what's that mean, Dan?
That means he hit the ground really hard.
Oh, okay.
And that means we have to take a drink.
Because Dan is drinking water. I'm drinking.
Today, Dan is drinking water.
I'm drinking a strawberry, banana, mango, strawbango.
Well, I'm drinking water because I walked the dogs in the 86-degree weather, which is 11 degrees above Northwest standard.
Yeah, it's
so
very
we're all
hot.
dying.
I walked out of my work building and was like,
yeah, I realize that the rest of the United States is like 86 degrees, like,
please,
laughing at us. Yeah, please, can we have that? And we're like, yeah, we're all dying up here.
Mm-hmm.
So Alana and Marko
Hello.
have a nice discussion about spitting up and the baby spitting up in their mouth, or her mouth, Alana's mouth. That sounds gross.
It does sound gross. But what did she learn from that?
Yeah. And they talk about the horrors and the terrible things, and he says he's not tired, just winded, and Alana's like, my drill instructor used to say that Wreath soldiers could go a month without sleep. And so part of the mythos each side builds about each other that they're trying to crush. And Marko's like, yeah, ours said the same thing. And then they are talking, they both pass out, and the narrator's like, hey, if there's an opposite of a honeymoon, it's the week after a couple's first child is born. No matter how hard they try, no matter how pure their intentions, everything will go wrong. And that's when the gawkers show up. And this panel is awesome.
Yeah.
Just all these red eyes just appear.
Yeah.
Behind them. And this is what happens in your D&D campaign when you don't have one person stay up and keep watch.
Everything shows up that you
And
don't want around.
You have a disadvantage on initiative.
Yeah. You have rolled poorly.
Well, we get back to one of the landfall soldiers is walking around with Prince Robot 4. And they announced themselves as Lance Corporal McHenry of the 372nd Company at your disposal. And how was the trip? And he's like, dreadful. Should we have a voice for Prince? I'm not sure how he talks.
A computerized voice, maybe? I don't know.
Sounds like it'd be like a regal computerized voice. I can't imagine. It'd be like John Cleave, but with a little bit of a robot twinge.
Oh, there you go. Put that in your head, people.
Well, he says it was a dreadful trip. He'd rather fly commercial than another one of those godforsaken things. Yeah, what an insult, too.
I know.
Flying commercial.
That's terrible. And
so, well, she mentions that he needed a lift to the main detention facility, and they mentioned that the Mooney, so apparently that's what they call the Wreath folks, the Moonies.
Moonies.
Now, was that like a cult?
It was, yes. They would hang out at the airports and ask you to take their little pamphlets and stuff like that, and sometimes money. If you had it, they would never pass it away, or not pass it up. But yes, the the Moonies. Used to see them a lot in the day.
Yeah, and the Prince Robot 4 finds out that she knew Private First Class Alana. Well, didn't know her, but she said mostly kept to herself, read books. And then he gets a rage face?
Yeah.
Like his little TV screen. So, yeah, if we didn't explain Prince Robot before, he's got like a TV face.
Yeah, it's just his head is a TV.
But it's not a digital TV.
It's a CRT TV, like a computer monitor from back in the day, or like the kind that would have a VCR plugged into the bottom.
It might. And she says, "Sir, are you?" And he's like, "I'm fine. These books, were they religious texts, propaganda?" She was like, nothing like that. Just stupid romances, the kind housewives buy at the supermarket. Half-naked dudes on the cover. My favorite part of those books. Yeah, honestly, if the supermarket just wanted to have a whole row of those every time you went in, I might go to the supermarket more.
Some do, Dan. Some do.
Yeah. Well, I did just go and buy a whole bunch of meat from the supermarket, so.
Get your meat and your meat.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, this is no joke. I showed up at the Fred Meyer on 19th.
Yeah.
The big Fred Meyer.
The
one where I interviewed for my job in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they called it the Stevens Fred Meyer, and I didn't know Stevens was there because before the stoplight, the baseball stadium is on Tyler.
Tyler, yeah.
Steven Tyler. 19th, and it's on Stevens, which makes no fucking sense. Sorry for the cussing. See, now I hear, now that we've talked about the cussing to other people, now when I cuss, I'm hearing it. I'm like, okay, what am I doing wrong? And I go in there.
Too late.
Too late. Yeah, it's already way too late. I go in there, and like half of their meat market was on, like, all the little stickers they put on to mark everything half off or whatever. I bought
half their meat.
Yeah, I bought like the standing freezer full of meat.
All full of meat. You gonna have a meat milkshake later?
Probably. I mean, it's healthy.
Does it blend?
I'm definitely gonna make some boneless, skinless chicken pot thighs. Yum yum. Well, anyway, I don't know how I got distracted by that.
It was the book covers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're reading a different comic that doesn't talk about that stuff at all.
Dan goes into tangents. Tangential.
I'm not tangential at all. So we're back here, and we flip back to
Baby screaming.
he asked what the book is about. She's like, I have no idea. Now we get back. The baby's crying. Wakes up the parents. And Marco's like, Alana, we have to go now. And she's like, why is Hazel crying like this? I've never heard this before. And she's like, she sounds scared. And he's like, something's here. And she's like, then we run. He's like, it's too late. We have to count on our rings to make whatever out there understand. And he's like, if you can hear us, we mean you no harm. My wife and I, we may look like the armies that invaded you, but we're not them. We've renounced violence. And she's like, most forms. He's like, I lay down my weapon as a gesture of good faith. Please let my family pass in peace. And boom, we have a spider lady.
Yes. A lady who looks like a spider.
And this creeped me the fuck out. I'm cussing a lot. This was genuinely scary. This art is terrifying.
Yeah.
And it's going to be even more terrifying in a second. But just the first looks of the, like, it looks like no arm body.
No arm body, multiple eyes.
With the spider face. So you know what it is. And just staring at them.
With all those eyes.
Full page panel. And the interesting thing is, sometimes full page panels aren't useful in comics like this.
But
this
something
is perfect.
Yeah, it's a great reveal on a character.
And Alana's like, is it? And Marco's like, I don't know, but we're all friends here. My name is Marko. And the spider lady's like, I'm just trying to do my job. They call me the Stalk. He's like, and she, apparently what I'm starting to figure out means they're a freelancer, like the Will.
Uh-huh.
So we got some clues. And the fact that Alana yells freelancer. And then she takes her spider tongue. This is even grosser. And stabs Marko through the shoulder. And I was like, disgusting.
It's pretty scary looking.
Alana yells, Marko, pulls out a gun. And she's like, get away from him. I'll fucking kill you. Now, in defense of the spider lady, from a fighting standpoint, I think that also the trained soldier Alana probably should just immediately shot her.
Yeah.
But then...
But they've renounced violence.
Not with a stun gun, you won't. Yeah. Well, that's a stun gun, apparently. Not with a stun gun, you won't. Sorry, sister. And she throws away the veil, or the dress, whatever, the skirt, and unveils her whole spider body with one hand holding a gun, another one holding a shotgun, a pistol, shotgun, mace, battle axe, and a dagger.
Yes.
And it looks like the Stalk is ready to eviscerate whatever is in her path. And Alana's like, then shut up and kill me already. And she's like, I will. But you'll be relieved to know my employee have requested that I bring them your creepy mutt unharmed. So, just like the Will, you're not allowed, and Prince Robot, they're not allowed to kill the baby. So,
everybody wants
Hazel is apparently safe. So, Alana, because Alana is smart, aims the gun at the baby's head and says, come close to us and I'll kill her. Because they know the freelancers won't get paid
if they don't have the baby.
And then they have a discussion, and she's like, you wouldn't. She's like, you don't think I do whatever it takes to save my only child from ending up like with a I don't say that word. Like you, I do have my limits. But it is a word often directed at women that is very derogatory. It starts with a C. And she says, easily, let's just all take a deep breath. And then the Stalk looks at Alana as she starts to pull the trigger and says, damn bitch. And she's like, what's that? Stop making that noise. And the Stalk is like, it's not me, it's the horrors. And Alana's like, what? And she's like, I once saw a pack of them rip a man's spine out through his urethra.
Oh my, that's a
Uh,
visual.
I'm trying to figure out how that works in physics.
It really doesn't, but it is a very interesting mind bender.
Well, she says if they take their time digesting you three, I might have some time, so I'll give it a shot. So off goes the Stalk, leaves. Alana's like calling her out, you're running away. And she runs back over to Marko and is like trying to tell him to wake up. She like needs him. And then the eyes all appear again and he starts saying, hello, 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 hello. We've been watching you. And you get dead kids.
Yeah, ghost children.
Yeah, red ghost children. You've got one that is cut in half when her intestines hanging out. You've got one with half a head. Got others that have been shot up. And the ghost child says, in front, the one that's got just the intestines hanging out with no bottom side, just floating there, and says, it looks like you could use a hand. And we flip the page into white. End of chapter 2.
Woof. Yeah.
Woof. This is fantastic. Upon reading the first 2 chapters, I read the next 4. And I know you read the whole book already.
Yeah.
So yeah, I said we might cover a couple issues this time, but I think we're going to leave it there because we had a lot of stuff to talk about. But yeah, and this will also give you some time to catch up with us.
Catch up. Go get these.
Wow.
Yeah.
It really good.
It is. It's a solid book. You know, it's got a lot of
Solid
depth to it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. It's got depth. It's got good storytelling, great art. It makes you think. It's highly
and it doesn't drag.
It just,
even though there were a couple pages with a lot of words on them toward the beginning of this book.
Yeah,
it doesn't drag, and they're using words when words are appropriate.
Yeah, you just move through it, and you're like, oh, okay, let's keep going. That's how it's so easy to read through multiple chapters or issues of this at a time. You know, it's I've said it before and I'll say it again. When I picked this up from Fantasium and all the ladies were like, you gotta buy this. And I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And I read the book there while hanging out. Like, we're all hanging out and I read the book. And I was like, are there more? And they're like, no. Not yet. And I was like, oh, because I just wanted the next issue.
It's sort of like when you read through Junior Braves of the Apocalypse and you read issue 1 and issue 2, and you're like, graphic novel 1 and graphic novel 2.
I was going to say,
is there more?
Well, I mean, in the future, possibly, but I know when they released it digitally, it was.
Wait,
what?
Did you just say?
I said possibly, because if you play the RPG game, you can make your own story with your own characters.
Wait. Let's go back to Saga, and then I've got a follow-up question. Okay. So Saga, you were saying they make more, yes?
Yeah. And it was one of those, like, I needed to read the next one, but I had to wait. And it's just how it is sometimes.
So you got to wait. So sometimes you have to wait. And then sometimes, as we're going to do Saga number 3 and maybe number 3 and 4 next time. Okay. Yeah. So now, of course, we have, did I hear correctly? Not tomorrow, not next month, maybe not. It could be 12 months from now until we get a book. But is it my understanding? It's very likely.
I know nothing about what you're talking about.
A Junior Braves number 3.
I don't
on Kickstarter.
Dan, I can't fulfill your dreams and wishes with any answers at the moment. I can't tell the listeners anything like that either. So you'll just have to wait. But
But
if you want to continue the story, you can play the RPG and make your own story.
Is it true that things have changed in a way that would allow you to?
Not quite yet, so that's why I can't talk about it. I'm so sorry, Dan. That's why I said I can't tell you one way or another. And I'm pretty sure
I try to
Jujitsu
get
lawyer
scoops on
Paul.
this, though. I try to get scoops on
Jujitsu-
this show, and
I know.
it's like talking to the president.
Well, hey, no, I'm not rambling on and on about whatever and then falling asleep midway through the discussion and taking a crap in my pants. I already crapped my pants before we did the show, and I've been sitting here
And
with
fell
them.
asleep.
Yeah, well, you were talking on and on about whatever, and yeah, so I fell asleep and crapped my pants. We did the show, so I do it in a slight different way. But Jujitsu lawyer Paul would advise that I don't talk about the future at this moment.
Okay. So we can't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, I mean, Fight Club is a thing you got to keep wraps on. Can't talk
And
about it.
definitely, and you should never talk about Fight Club 2, because what an abomination that shit was.
Fight Club 2? I like the comics, the Fight Club comics. Those are great.
The number 2?
Fight Club 2.
Terrible. Well, anyway.
You lost me, Dan.
On that note.
It's like
on that note,
toasting.
I've got a sleepy dog.
Yeah.
I've got some food to cook. Greg has to go to the Retro Emporium on Meeker Street in Kent, Washington, where you can relive your childhood and help Ann do something at the store.
Yes, it is
So we're
that
signing
time of
out
the
today.
year again.
But we'll be back next week with some more Saga. Maybe an
More.
announcement from Travis Webb.
Maybe.
Hang on, let me get that title right.
He's got the title for you, folks. It's a good
I do
one.
have the title. Cyborg Parts from the Sky, a Nemesis story.
Okay.
That is the official title. You can look it up. Guaranteed.
Perfect.
I know I got it right this week.
He did it,
100%.
folks. He did it.
And
That's when you click on the link, it'll take you there. And
to Cyborg Parts from the Sky, a Nemesis story. I literally cannot. If Travis is able to join us next week, I can't imagine what he's going to say.
I don't know what he would say.
And I'm sure it's going to be very complimentary of how I've promoted his book for all these months.
He's going to be. Thank you so much, Dan, for all the love and talking the book up.
Yep. Well, I think that's it. Basically, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. I can talk about it. I can't talk about it. And I can talk about it. And that's a perfect ending for Funny Book Forensics.
Yeah.
Just shut up, man. Just shut up.
Damn.
And be done.
Damn. Wow.
Just be quiet. Just to me. I wasn't telling you to shut up.
No,
me shut up.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks a lot, folks. See you next time.
We'll be back with more Saga. Read Saga. Get good. Bye.
Yeah.